Do you feel a sense of frustration with your business? It's not moving as fast as you thought it would. You're not generating as much profit as you thought you'd be generating by now. You're not taking home as big of a paycheck as you thought you would. And you have daily fires and frustrations that you have to deal with. You know you should have systems in place. You know you should be doing more marketing. You know you should be doing all these things, but it takes so much time to run the business. You don't have time to create all the systems and processes and do the marketing and do everything else you need to do, much less figure out what works and what doesn't. If you haven't proven everyone wrong that said you shouldn't be in this business or there's not that much money in this business, and you haven't yet implemented all the processes you know you need to implement, I'd invite you to watch this video all the way to the end. We have a solution, and it's not a bunch of hype.
Hi, I'm Andrew Potoshnik, marketing expert and business coach. And for the past 17 years, I've been helping business owners across the globe increase sales, attract new clients, and grow a more successful business with easy, proven marketing strategies.
My name's Jonathan. I understand the challenges and the frustration and all it takes to build a service company. I co-founded Service Autopilot. Service Autopilot is a software system that runs service companies. We currently have nearly 2,000 companies, 2,000 members that use our system. And as a result, I've had the opportunity to work with small companies all the way up to companies doing well over $10 million per year. And so I've learned the pain, the frustration, and the challenges, and what goes into building a company of this type. But more than that, I, for the last 14 years, have also owned service companies. I was a partner for years in a commercial cleaning company that did in the 8 figures. I currently own a lawn care company that does maintenance, lawn care, irrigation, and pest control. We have 5,500 clients just north of Dallas. I know what's involved in building a great service company, one with a lot of clients, one with a lot of employees. I know all the challenges, all the roadblocks, and I know how to build a company all the way to the point that you have someone that runs it for you. In addition to that, I've spent a lot of time doing both technical consulting and marketing and business consulting. This is my passion. This is what I love, and I've got a tremendous amount of experience, and I've been living the exact same life you've been living. I've had to figure out the exact same things you're figuring out, or have already figured out, or are trying to figure out.
Service Autopilot Academy is the official academy for service professionals, including lawn care, cleaning, pest control, pool care, HVAC, and plumbing. Academy is dedicated to helping these business owners multiply their business, their profits, and their happiness without wasting time doing the wrong things. Service Autopilot Academy is a group of like-minded business owners and senior managers dedicated to making big changes in their business and personal life. We do this by working together to learn, grow, and hold each other accountable to make consistent forward progress in our businesses.
In 2005, I had business experience in technology and as a partner building a commercial cleaning company, a large commercial cleaning company. I had just started my lawn care company, and very quickly I figured out this is going to be a lot more difficult and a lot harder than I had expected. That first year, which was 2005, we did about $125,000 in revenue. In 2006, we did about $250,000. 2007, I did just under $500,000. But by 2009, things started kicking. If I was starting over today, I could get to $1 million in a third of the time. I could get to $5 million in a fraction of the time. But that's only because I now know exactly what to do, what systems to implement, what marketing to implement, and in what order. The problem, way back then, I didn't know what to do. I knew technology, I knew face-to-face selling, but I didn't know marketing. I didn't know how to build a real company that could run itself, that didn't require my constant daily involvement. One of the best things that ever happened to me is back then, I owned several companies. So I was forced to only work the lawn care company part-time. So I was forced to figure it out. I was forced to figure out how to build a real company. And when I say a real company, I'm referring to one that grows without the owner's constant daily involvement. This is a company that's rock solid. It has to be able to weather economic storms. It has to be able to lose a key employee. It has to grow significantly year after year without me being there, without me being there every day, without me giving all the instructions. When you build that kind of a company, you're not a business owner, you're now an investor. Because in the early years, in the early days of the business, everything felt like such a struggle and a frustration, it wasn't moving fast enough, I thought so many times that I should get out of this business. It's essentially a waste of my time. I was making a bunch of money doing technical consulting, and our cleaning company, the one I was a partner in, was already successful. I was making money there. But I kept running the numbers on the lawn care business, and it seemed like that business should do really well if I could just get it to a certain size. So I was learning everything as fast as I could. I was learning marketing. In 07, in 05, I knew nothing about marketing. And at the same time, I'm trying to learn how to build a real company. Again, one that can run itself without me always being there, that doesn't require me. So I started trying all kinds of stuff. I started trying all kinds of marketing. A lot of it didn't work. Truly, I wasted a whole lot of money. And sometimes I couldn't get our team to stick with something. So I'd have this idea and I couldn't get them to do it and stick with it. Or we would start something, it would work well, and then it would fizzle. We wouldn't stick with it. I have no idea how much money I wasted. I have no idea how much time I wasted. But fortunately, everything worked out. I started to figure it out. Today, we dominate our local market. Today, we are significantly bigger than the vast majority of the competitors in our market. And it wasn't because I was a genius. It wasn't because I had all the answers. It wasn't because I was super confident. In fact, half the time I wasn't very confident. I had a lot of doubts. I had a lot of stress. I was working crazy hours. My wife, she put up with a lot. We had 2 young boys. She wanted me home a lot more. I remember by 08, I was completely worn out on the technical consulting thing. And I was a partner in a successful cleaning company, and it made a lot of money. It was an 8-figure company, but I didn't see it as my ideal future. I didn't see it as the thing I wanted to be doing. I wanted my lawn care company to be my thing. I wanted it to be big. So 3 years into this lawn care company, I have a lot of hope and I have a lot of doubts. But fortunately, that year was a major turning point, that 08-09 time frame. Things started to click. We had just started implementing different marketing campaigns. We stopped doing certain things. We started hiring certain types of employees. We started implementing systems that worked, both marketing and operationally. And amazingly, things started working. And they were slow at first, and then they started getting quicker and quicker, meaning success started coming faster and faster. So in 08, I joined this mastermind group. There's 10 or 12 guys in it. There are other business owners. And by that time, I've spent probably $20,000 learning marketing, going to conferences. And that felt like a lot of money. And it made me really nervous to spend so much money, because that was money coming directly out of my pocket. It wasn't as though I had just 20 grand laying around that I didn't care about. It was money that I needed it to work. If I was going to spend it, I needed it to pay off. I needed it to make my business successful. But I started to realize from this mastermind group and from learning marketing that I needed to be hanging out with really successful people, guys that made a lot of money. And that's the only way I was going to learn how to build a really big, successful company. And I wanted a big company. And to get a big company, you have to implement. You have to implement technology and marketing and systems like the big guys are using. You can't implement the stuff the little people are using. You have to implement exactly what the big guys are doing so that you can get big and profitable like them. You have to be using the same types of systems as your bigger competitors, as the guys you want to become are using. So think of Academy as that, as your ultimate shortcut. Rather than investing $5,000 or more in a bad marketing system or a bad marketing piece, rather than wasting and spending hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars to figure out a new system to improve conversion or a new system to bring employees on board, Academy can hand you a done-for-you knowledge and a done-for-you system. Every month, you'll get a new system to implement in your business, specifically timed for the time of year that it needs to be implemented. And every system represents 100+ hours of work and thousands of dollars in testing and perfecting to figure it out. And that's just part 1 of Academy. Part 2 of Academy is you get to hang out with some of the smartest people. People that are getting it done, people that are implementing, people that can encourage you, people that will hold you accountable. I can't overstate how incredibly important this is. I alluded to joining that mastermind group in 08. and starting to spend a lot of money. And I said that because I feel like that was a huge turning point. The big turning point was 05 when I started learning marketing. But by 08, now I'm hanging out with successful people. I'm spending the money to learn. I'm spending the money to try and test things, and everything started to explode. 2009 was a life-changing year in my business because by then I was starting to figure out what systems to implement. Academy will hand you just that. It will shortcut your business growth. It will shortcut your path to profitability. It will change the future of your business.
For many business owners, being an entrepreneur can mean having a rather solitary life. I call it working in the entrepreneur's cave. That's because business owners don't have friends or family members that are business owners themselves. And few people, even our spouses, can relate to the problems and struggles that we go through on a daily basis. This means business owners are frequently battling with self-doubt, low self-confidence, lack of motivation, lack of accountability, and the constant fear of the unknown, because we're literally going it alone. Feeling like it's you against the world is one of the worst places to be in business. I was lucky to realize many years ago that surrounding myself with people more successful than me, smarter than me, and that have already gone through the problems that my business was going through was the greatest shortcut to my business ever. My company's always done well, but nothing near the level of success that we achieved since I joined my first coaching group years ago. It helped me get over that hump that I just couldn't seem to get over. And the absolute one thing that I would credit for this transformation in my business, besides my determination to never fail, is getting involved in entrepreneurs groups with other members that had a similar business, who were more successful, and who had already solved the problems that I was experiencing in my own business. In fact, in the past 12 months, I've spent over 6 figures on my own personal development, on coaches, on entrepreneurs groups, and on ongoing training on business strategy and the latest marketing tactics. I'll probably even spend more next year because the return that I get on that investment is multiple times the 6 figures that I put in. Every business owner, no matter what level of success you've achieved, can benefit from a coaching group. Even the most successful people in the world recognize the combined power of a group of individuals striving for a common goal. Presidents, titans of industry, everyone from Bill Gates and Richard Branson to Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie. They've all have regularly met with other successful people, sharing ideas, implementing, and continuing to increase their knowledge and implement that knowledge in their business. And one of my favorite all-time books is Napoleon Hill's classic Think and Grow Rich. Many of you have probably heard about it before. It came out a long time ago, but still a classic business book. Well, rule number 9 is the power of the mastermind. In it, he says, wealth may be created by any person who surrounds himself with the advice, counsel, and personal cooperation of a group of men who are willing to lend him wholehearted aid in a spirit of perfect harmony. This form of cooperative alliance has been the basis of nearly every great fortune. Your understanding of this great truth may definitely determine your financial status. Power is organized knowledge. This is exactly what we've created with Academy. The greatest value from this group is not going to come from what Jonathan and I teach you every month, but from what all of the other members, their combined expertise, their combined knowledge can teach you. So if 2 minds are better than 1, imagine what we can do with 99. Academy has 2 levels, depending on the type of business owner you want to be. The first level is for business owners that are dedicated to dominating their markets. This level includes our monthly live online training on a new business strategy or marketing tactic. We're going to teach you something new every single month. This could be anything from how to manage cash flow to closing sales over the phone, to email marketing, to search engine optimization, to finding and hiring the best employees. We're going to mix it up every month and teach you exactly what our members need the most. Every time we teach a new marketing tactic, we're going to deliver to you the marketing pieces that go with it. Professionally designed and tested marketing templates that you can quickly and easily modify and use in your own business. That means tested door hangers, that means direct mail pieces, pre-written email marketing campaigns, or even customer thank you cards. Whatever we're teaching that month, we're going to give you the piece ready to go. We're also going to give you step-by-step business systems, procedures, and checklists. We're going to hand deliver to you the exact systems we use to run our own businesses and what you need for where you're at in your business. We're also going to have a monthly live Q&A session where you can ask us anything. We also have a members-only website and training archive, so if you do happen to miss a live session, you can still keep up with the group. And finally, we're going to give you exclusive access to the Service Autopilot Academy Facebook group, where you can interact with other Academy members on a daily basis. The next level is the Academy Elite. It's for business owners that want to move even faster and grow their business into an epic, thriving entity that runs itself. These business owners recognize the power of close personal relationships with other entrepreneurs. It's for business owners that want a tight-knit group of trusted business advisors. So if you're the CEO, the Academy Elite is going to be your personal board of directors. We work hard, we play hard, we want all that life has to offer. This level includes everything from the first level plus 2 private one-on-one emergency phone calls with me or Jonathan. In the call, you can get completely confidential support and advice when you need it most. This level also includes our summer weekend getaway, where you'll spend a weekend relaxing yourself and refueling your business with Jonathan and me and other industry leaders.
For several years, Andrew and I have talked about Academy. This is something we want to do. We believe we can help a select number of business owners shortcut the process of building their company. But our concern's always been, can we find enough business owners willing to do the work, willing to make it happen? And can we find enough business owners willing to periodically hop on a plane so that we can meet in person? Having worked with a lot of companies through Service Autopilot, I've decided most companies are not willing to do what it will take to build a company. Just look at the online forum that dominates your industry. It's probably negative. It's dominated by guys talking about how hard or impossible everything is. And everyone that is successful is either a liar or a scammer. And a lot of the advice is horrible. I don't want to work with negative owners that don't see opportunity. I want to work with fun people that want to do big things, that want to build big, real companies. So who is Service Autopilot not for? Well, if you spend your time trashing people on forums, Service Autopilot's not for you. We are going to hand deliver you systems to implement. If you won't implement at least 50% of what we hand deliver you, Academy's not for you. If you don't want to be held accountable, Academy's not for you. If you don't want to meet and get to know other owners like you, Academy's not for you. If you're scared everyone's going to rip you off, steal your idea, or in some way harm your business or you, Academy's not for you. If you get your feelings hurt easily, Academy's not for you. If you just want us to agree with you and not challenge you, don't join Academy. To join Academy, you have to apply. Not everyone gets accepted. You have to do the work. You have to implement. If you don't, we will ask you to leave. The reason, we need to free your spot up for someone who will implement. Maybe you're thinking, there is no way they will kick me out of the group. They don't want to lose the money. You'd be wrong. I've been in enough groups to know if we let whiners, complainers, negative people stay in the group, it kills the group for everyone. We will happily give up your monthly membership to protect the group as a whole. So who's Academy for? If you want to build a great company that runs smoothly without your daily involvement, if you want a more exciting personal life, if you have kids and you want to influence your children's life, if you're willing to implement, if you're willing to put your head down and do the work, if you want to be held accountable, if you want to develop friendships with others going through exactly what you deal with, if you want to do big things, Academy's for you. You should apply. We are going your direction. We will give you direction, we'll encourage you, we'll hold you accountable. We're going to help you build an awesome company, a real company. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen. if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to spend a little money.
This group only has limited slots available. It will fill up. I cannot stress this enough. The group will fill up, and when it does, we will stop accepting new members. And we won't be accepting new members again until several members have dropped out or are asked to leave. Who knows when that will be? Maybe next year, maybe the year after. The dues for new members will also be increasing the closer we get to capacity. We're not going to announce when. The price is just going to go up. The closer we get, the larger your investment is going to be to join. And to give you a sense of the demand for this group, 1/3 of the openings are already claimed. They were already claimed within the first hour of our announcement at our live 2-day conference in Dallas. And that was just a small group. This invitation is open to every service professional, not just Service Autopilot clients and not just clients of my marketing agency. In fact, this announcement has been sent out to over 10,000 hungry business owners who are also reading this and applying now. So our 2-day conference in Dallas, that sold out in 10 days. We had a waiting list of 74 companies. We expect the response to this to be even greater. So if you're serious about making the next 12 months the biggest ever in your life and your business, it starts with making a definitive commitment right now. Only you can take the first step towards a bigger future. And finally, the entire point of Academy is to affect massive change, not only in your business, but in your personal life as well. That means the next 12 months just might be the most challenging of your life. Therefore, Jonathan and I, we want to reward your hard work. We want to acknowledge your success. So we're going to reward a member that shows the greatest transformation of their business and life over the next 12 months. If that's you, we're going to reward you out of our own pocket by buying you a brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycle or a luxury vacation in Italy worth $10,000. You get a pick, or most likely your spouse gets to pick for you. Now, Italy is one of my favorite places to visit. And this picture that you see here is of Cinque Terre, which means the 5 lands. It's literally 5 tiny towns on the Italian Riviera. It's a beautiful place. There are hillside vineyards with small paths that I hiked from one city to the next. It was an amazing trip. But maybe a luxury tour of Rome, Florence, or Venice is more your style. Whatever you choose, it's going to be on us. Finally, let me reiterate, once we fill up, you are out of luck. There's no special treatment, no bumping to the front of the line if you're a client, no exceptions. You simply will not have another opportunity to join until several members give up and throw in the towel. Now, I've discovered that most service professionals are lousy at taking definitive action in their business. They prefer to make no decision, to wait, rather than give a definite yes or no. If you tell yourself you'll apply later or you're waiting until the right time, you are making a decision. You're deciding to put your business and your financial progress on hold. Do not wait until the last minute and miss your opportunity. Take action now. Click the button on this page to complete your application. Make it happen.